Hey Geek, so I've been traveling for about 4 months now internationally, and I've only brought one camera with me. It's this one right here, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So I'm going to be giving you my longer term review of this camera, and it's really simple. If you want to see my initial review, I will leave that in the description there below. But whenever I got this camera, I had problems right at the beginning, primarily getting it to connect to my phone, and that was extremely frustrating. And it almost got to the point where a few hours after trying to get it to work, I nearly returned this camera. But then I got it to work and I was absolutely blown away at what this is able to do. But about nearly 3 weeks into using this, I started having problems where the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 would lose connection with my microphone right here, just randomly. And this happened for a few months, and I was really frustrated, and basically just felt like, man, this is a waste of money if this thing doesn't work as it should. And especially when you spend all this money on it. I got the whole entire creator kit, and I was like, why are we having these problems with this type of device at this price range and from a very well-known camera brand? And after a while, I was just like, kind of like worked around it, and if it randomly dropped off, I just had to record it again or just use the audio without using the microphone, and that absolutely sucked. And then at that point, I kind of felt like I really can't recommend this camera 100%. Everything else in this camera is absolutely amazing, but that one thing, just the software, just being unreliable, having odd random issues, having connection issues at the beginning, once you figure it out, it's okay. But something like this where your mic would randomly disconnect, that is not okay. But thankfully, about 2 months ago, 2.5 months around there, nearly 3 months ago, there was actually a software update, a firmware update, not just for the Osmo Pocket 3, but most importantly, the microphone, the DJI Wireless Mic 2, which is what I'm using. And once I updated the firmware, things worked. And so ever since then, like 99% of the times, I have no issues connecting to my mic. Everything else works, and I'm super happy with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And as far as I could tell right now, out of all the cameras in this price range, even above this price range, I kind of feel the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is probably the best all-around camera, especially for people like myself. If you're traveling, you're vlogging, you don't want to carry around a lot of gear, it's going to give you so many features that are catered towards creators like myself, and at the same time in a small package that does practically everything you use while giving you amazing image quality and incredible stabilization. So now, after the firmware fixes for the wireless mic, I would say this is the best all-around camera at this price range. And even above this price range, there's very few cameras that's going to give you all of these features in such a small package. So if you actually had any thoughts on this or any other cameras that you enjoy using, especially if you are traveling, be sure to leave in the comments area below. And if you did want to see my original review of this camera, I will leave that in the description area below as well.